Good afternoon. I'm having technical trouble again. It's for some reason it doesn't want me to do these videos in what we call the horizontal thing. So it says I'm live. I hope I am. So we'll give this a shot. See what happens. Anyway, welcome to Midweek Musings here at Trinity Heights United Methodist Church. I'm Kent Little, Senior Pastor. It is good to have you with us. I decided to come outside today, although sitting here in the shade, it's a little chilly. In fact, it's chilly enough, I'm going to move. Come with me. I have to take a short walk out here in the sun. It'd be nicer, at least for me. It feels like fall, finally. I told somebody the other day, with all the hot weather we've had this summer, I'm ready to start complaining about how cold it is. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning, a little breeze. That's why I think it's chilly. I think when I checked the temperature before I came out here, I think it's like 63. I don't know what the wind chill factor is, but it is. The sun feels good. The sun feels good. Isn't that great? And we had rain last night. I don't know if I heard somebody mention something about a half-inch. A friend of mine told me that his brother had a half-inch south of us, I think down around Keachai, or anyway, south of us. Anyway, so I hope we got at least that. I did wake up a little bit when the thunder was rolling in the night. So it's good to have a little rain. We need it so bad. The sky does appear to be kind of clearing off now, though I hope the rain isn't finished. I hope we might have a chance for some more later this week. But it is a beautiful day. It's nice and cool outside. I hope it sticks. I hope we're done with the 90 and 100-degree weather for this year. Anyway, so welcome to Midweek Musings. Glad you're here. Lots of things going on at Trinity Heights, as I always say. We did finally kind of have the construction project we had going on in our restrooms. That's completed. So they are finished. Yay. It's always good to have completion on a project. As a result, we are starting our Welcome on Wednesdays, our WOW program this evening with a meal. I think we're having hamburgers and hot dogs, and then there's programming for the children. The adults who bring the kids, they're more than welcome to hang out in the fellowship hall and visit, or they're welcome to come to the class, to the discussion group I have on Wednesday evenings at 6:15 in room 201. The first week we met, we talked about God in general and our theology around God, what we believe about God. Last week we talked about the Bible and how we approach the Bible and how we critique the Bible, how we understand the Bible, how we read the Bible, etc. This week, as I've said from the beginning, I hope people bring their own questions. I want this to be an open discussion group, though I always prepare something to at least start the discussion if nobody has any questions. So this week I'm going to prepare just a little bit around the topic of Jesus. You know, how do we understand Jesus? Who was he as best we can know? What was his ministry about and like? Who is he for us in the 21st century? How we go about following his way, if you will. And so anyway, so that's some of the things I'm going to bring to the discussion group. If nobody else has any other questions, hopefully that'll lead to more questions. But anyway, you're more than welcome to join us. 6:15. Come for the meal if you want, but then at 6:15 we'll have our discussion group as the children go to their programming. So that's great. Other things we have coming up. The last Sunday of this month, the 29th, we'll have in the early evening. I think at 5 o'clock, 5 or 5:30. I forget when I had it set at. We'll say more about it as we get closer. But the last Sunday of this month, we'll have a Blessing of the Animals service, probably here in the West Lawn. We have some great shade trees out here, and so bring your pets for a blessing as we honor and remember St. Francis and his commitment to good stewardship of creation and nature. And then also we'll have our trunk or treat gathering on October 31st. If you'd like to decorate a trunk and come and participate in that, or if you just want to come and participate, we do have a DJ coming. We'll be playing some fun music. We'll pass out treats to the kids. So that'll be a good time too. So that's kind of just a few things coming up in October. Of course, we have our normal worship services 2 times every Sunday morning. There's Sunday school class, etc. And so lots of things going on. So as I usually do on midweek musing, I talk a little bit about this coming Sunday. Maybe it's a teaser, maybe not. But anyway, so this week I'm going to talk about journey. I'm going to focus on a passage in Philippians where Paul writes about his own journey, the things he'd been through, the things that, how he grew up and who he was, and how his encounter with Christ changed his life and how that spoke to him on his journey. And so we're going to talk about journey. I have long believed that our faith is a process. Our faith is a journey. Our faith evolves over time. I think about where I was theologically, my understanding of God and the Bible, Jesus, etc., and the faith when I was a teenager, when I went through confirmation. I think about where I was then and how I evolved in my understanding of what it meant to follow the way of Christ. I think about once I hit adulthood and how I had changed over time, and then started the process into the ministry and completed my seminary work. And then even after that, I can remember, and I know I've shared this story a number of times, and I think I've mentioned it since, but I think it's appropriate for this conversation. I was being appointed to a new church, and so I was going through my desk and sorting papers and files and whatnot. So I ran across my credo, if you will, my master's thesis. We don't call it that, but that just so you understand what it is. When I got ready to graduate seminary, I read through it. It had been several years, actually been 7 years since I graduated from seminary. And I remember reading through it, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm not there anymore. I might make a theological statement in it, and I would think, it's not who I am anymore. And so I think we're in a process. We're on a journey. I'm not in the same place I was then. I'm not in the same place I was 20 years ago. I'm not in the same place I was 10 years ago. I'm not in the same place I was 5 years ago. To some degree, I'm not in the same place I was just a matter of maybe even weeks or months ago. As I study, as I read theologians and read authors and persons of faith, my own experiences and my encounters with others who agree and disagree with me, it changes who I am. It changes how I think. It broadens my perspective, I hope. And so I think we're just always on this journey. And as people of faith, our faith should evolve. I think once we stop learning and stop understanding things better and differently, etc., that's where the journey ends. I think it was Martin Luther King Jr. who said something. This is probably a really bad quotation. He said something to the effect of, if you're not learning and evolving, you're dead. It's not exactly so please don't hold me to that. But it was something along that line, and I think there is. I think we should be learning and deepening our understanding, changing our understanding with new facts and new information that can affect how we think, how we believe, how we understand not only the world around us, but our relationship with God and our relationship with one another. And so that's what we're going to be talking about, wrestling with maybe even this coming Sunday, is just the evolution of our journey, and the understanding that our walk with God, our walk with Christ, our walk with each other does change. I think it's a Buddhist saying that says something to the effect of, we are, or maybe I should use I language, I am the culmination of every experience and encounter I have had up until this moment. So with the understanding that somehow, some way, every relationship I have, every encounter I have, every experience I have gives me new information and new understandings and new ways of looking at things. And it changes who I am and how I understand, and sometimes even how I believe about what it means to walk in the way of Christ in the world around me. So I hope you'll join us if you're able this coming Sunday, 10 a.m. in the sanctuary, 11:15 in the fellowship hall here at Trinity Heights United Methodist Church, 1200 Boyd Avenue. So please join us if you can be here. We would love to have you. We would be glad to have your presence among us. So thank you for joining me this afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. If you get a chance, get outside. It is a beautiful day outside, even with the cool breeze, or maybe especially with the cool breeze. But anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate your time, whether you're here live or whether you catch this at a later time today or later in the week. You're appreciated and you're loved, period. No exceptions. And as I always share at the closing of our time, I pray you know peace and encourage us all to be a light and to love one another, every single other, until there are no others, only one beloved community of all. May it be so. May it be so. Blessings and grace on your journey. Have a great day. Goodbye, and God bless.